What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Sobermtg. We're going to open up another box of Outlaws of Thunder Junction. The reason we're opening another box of this is I love this set. It's starting to get priced out of my range. And I saw this at Stomping Grounds when I bought my Forgotten Realms box. And they had this for 140. And then when I went back to buy it, it was already up to like 165 with shipping. It was 175. That's the top of this for me. And I was like, you know what? I might as well get just one more of these. So this would be my last box of Outlaw Thunder Junction this year. So you get to enjoy this with me. I'm hoping to pull a Twin Peaks Terror out of it. That's the card that I really want. Believe it or not, I have lots of mana drains. I have lots of billies. But this is one of the most fun sets, I think, to rip. That's why I got this box. And I am curious, if you have a LGS around you that's really good, who are they? If they're fair pricing, if you're like, hey, these are good people, comment them down below. I think good LGSs really deserve to get celebrated because there's a lot of them out there that are acting more and more, I notice, like scalpers. So let's get right to it and open up this box together. Now, one of the things that got me to buy the last box was I was doing this experiment of like, what pulls better? So what had me on one was I saw this box 3 weeks ago for 140 bucks. And right now I'm seeing boxes of Strixhaven for 140 bucks. And I was laughing. I was like, man, Strixhaven is 30 packs. You might get, you're probably going to get like 39 to maybe 40 mythics and rares out of it. And that to me is horrible ratios. Like, it's so funny that Magic was so much like, hey, the players wanted 30-pack booster boxes. So we're going to get 30-pack booster boxes for their drafts. We're going to lessen the price. And now what they give you is shit, overpriced, 30 packs only. And it's just not nearly what fun it used to be. So let's open up this box together and reminisce a little bit on some of these older, more fun cards. The card I am trying to chase here this time is a Twin Peaks Terror. I only have one of them. It is in one of my dragon decks. I want to build a Dragon deck, and so I could really use a Twin Peaks Terror. If you're new here, hit the like and follow button. I share lots of content like this. I will go over at the end of this and probably do another video of like my top favorite cards that I pull and why they're actually going to end up being my favorites. And I'll even go through some of these cards with you. This set was just a lot of fun, and I will say it's one of the few sets that, yes, I've bought a ton of this, and I have enjoyed every ton of it I have bought, except for in the very beginning. I didn't really realize how good this set was the first time I actually ended up buying it. But you have so many wonderful, commanders out of this set that you can do. Boom, detention. This is awesome. This is what I loved about this set. Because, okay, I got a Wily Duke, so you technically could make a commander, which I've never used this as a commander. Detention Sphere and Skullcrack. Now I don't have a Skullcrack, so this is my first one, so I'm kind of stoked with that. Can't complain. Always love the art cards. But it's amazing just how many mythics and rares you get out of this set. Like, this is what got me actually hooked back into Magic, were packs like this. The packs now, I will say it would save me a lot of money if I would have got in with like Strixhaven or Lauren, because I would have been like not as like holy shit as I was when I got into with some of these sets. Let's see what else we get here. I always thought Rise of Vermin should be better than what it is. I can't get the card to work well for me. And he joins up. Not a bad card right here. Legendary Enchantment. Ooh. So here's a big score. Whenever you cast creature spell, choose one. That's pretty strong. I don't have this one either. That is going into a great token deck I know of. That is pretty sick. All right. Terminal Agony as our read all about it. And some more artwork. The pulls in this set never cease to amaze me. I'm always shocked by like how good this set is, and like this is kind of like, who knows, maybe in a year or two I will still go out, maybe buy one box, or if I can find a decent deal on it. But I'm just like, I'm seeing like these cards, and this was so much fun. So I'm glad I get to share this with you. Hollow Marauder. I love Spree. I hope they come back and actually do more with Spree. Sandstorm Verge. And Blooming Marsh. Not a great. I don't mind these lands. These weren't bad dual lands, but they're not my favorite just because it is a land and it's not going to be a swamp and a forest. But Endless Detour, not bad. And Double Down. I just there's something fun when you pull three rares and one mythic foil out of a pack, you know. Thank you, Outlaws of Thunder Junction, for making this box fun to open. How many mythics and rares do you think I'm going to get? Because the average that you get now is between 39 to 41 mythics and rares is what you're going to pull. I'm going to guess, this is my final back, I'm going to go with 65. Let's see if we can get 65 out of here. What do you think? Let's see. All right. The other great thing about this set is so many of the uncommons still can even be used as like cool commanders. And then right here, Shoot the Sheriff is actually a great card. Jace Reawakened, nice for the Planeswalker. Humiliate. There we go. Not a bad gig. And these are actually my uncommons. I gotta put those up there. Boom. And a token. All right, what do we get out of this? The pulls from this set are literally just insane. Insane, and they are fun. And that's what the sets are all about. Is just keeping it fun. Visions, boom. All right, let's see. This is actually a pretty decent card right here. Pet Mercenary. Gotta love the Cactus. Sure Shot. Shackle Slinger. Great little commander right here. Scorpion Dragon Rogue. This commander here is great. I think this is a sick commander. Roxanne. I have not built her in a commander deck yet, but is actually on my commander deck piles of commanders to build. We have a little spirit token at the end. The one thing I will say is with Outlaws of Thunder Junction, when this was out, one of the things I did definitely miss out on that I'm sad about was the precons. I do enjoy vampire precons, and they had a vampire precon that I did miss out on. And now I'm like looking at the price of it, and it's like I don't see, unfortunately, the value of it. The MSRP value I saw. MSRP, I thought it was worth it. Ooh. Stupid Crowns, Legendary Planeswalker, and yeah. So 3 Planeswalker, that's not bad in Mega. All right, so 3 again. Dude, this is a pretty solid ass box. I'm not gonna lie. Again, don't get boxes to try and like make your money back. This is a decent card again right here. Because the one thing I will say is Magic the Gathering is one of the worst investments if you're trying to like actually rip packs for profit. Probably not gonna do it. You're probably not, you might break even-ish. But if you love the sets and you love the game, then it's fun. Whenever you catch your first spell, this is always, I think, a great card. A little high on the casting cost, but I think it's a decent card. You're on luck. Lava Spur Reverts are always great. Another Vadmir. Back-to-back Vadmir. Ugh. Essence Capture. Kind of a fun little counter spell where you counter target creature spell, put +1/+1 counter on creature. All right. I think it's just fun sometimes to watch pulls. I don't know. I get stuck, and it's kind of like an ASMR, like relaxing thing where I just literally watch people open packs of cards. And I think that's kind of why I like wanted to open packs of cards, because it was like something that I find calming and relaxing. And so I was like, maybe I can open this and people find my stuff calming and relaxing for them. Unless you find my voice and talking being like, shut the fuck up, man. What cards? One Last Job, not a bad card. Ooh, another big score. Walker Helm. M Smash. This right here is this card's in my CEDH deck that I'm building for Keurig. Dude, these packs are pretty stacked. If you haven't just realized like how many mythics and rares have just been pulled right now out of this box, and we're not super far into this box. It's one of the things that makes it so much fun and made this set so much fun. I do want to go through though these and see. I've opened, I want to say probably a total of maybe 8 boxes of Thunder Junction. So I'm curious if I have the whole collection of the art cards. I do have them all set aside. I never threw them out because I thought they were cool. I know some people are like, oh, they're garbage. They're you know, whatever. I don't know. Everything about Magic I do enjoy. And that's why I love some of these older sets, is because it's just like, I don't know. I love the joy of opening cards. I love the joy of the cards. Slick Shot Show Off. I actually don't think I've ever pulled that before. Gold Rush. My booster boxes that I do plan on getting for the rest of the month, I do plan on getting a Assassin's Creed Universes Beyond. Really, I've never opened one of those, so I do want one of those boxes. And I want to get one more Modern Horizons 3. And that will be my last Modern Horizons for the year. So I'm watching just some of the prices on these boxes going up. And it does, High Noon, not a bad card. And it does kind of concern me just going that I don't think the values in some of these boxes of what they're going up to, even just like this one here. Originally, what got me so hyper fixated on getting one more box of these is Stomping Grounds originally had this when I saw it for 140 bucks, and I was like, that to me, this is a solid deal at 140. That's what the value I think is a great, just good. That's what it should be. 165, a little rough, but it was enough that I was like, I wanted one more box. I'd really set my mind to it, and holy cow, I bought it. Baron, great little vampire right there. I always love the black and white vampires. I don't know. I think we're all drawn to certain things. Like I'm drawn to vampires and black. I make a lot of black decks. White. And I love vampires. So that's kind of like my go-to. I'm curious, like, what are your go-tos? Do you have certain go-to decks that you do? Certain go-to colors? Like I can tell you like I look at green and green gets overwhelming. White, I'm all right with. Blue, I'm all right with. But green and red, I'm actually the worst with. And I don't know why. I mean, I got into black just because I loved demonic hordes. Demonic hordes and Lord of the Pit is what got me really into Magic a lot. Those were like my 2 big cards I loved. Huh. Territory Forge. All right, another big score. Got some big scores hitting here. Not bad. Heartless Pillage. Let's see. Azure Drake. Mind Rider. Gotta love a giant beaver. And it's a mount. Oh. That's a bad dad joke. Tractor. There's another land. All right, digging it. Plus, back for more. I wouldn't mind to see an Ascent into Avernus too. Ascent to me is one of the fun spree tutors that is out there. I have a handful of them. I could always use more. Of course, it would never hurts to see a Mana Drain or a Billy. But we're really hunting for the Twin Peaks Terror. Another dual land. And Sewer Drain. It's funny, when I build my decks, I do full art foils, and how many people I met that will do full art, but they will not do foils. Like their lands have to be full art, but non-foils because of the Pringle effect, which I totally get the Pringle effect, and not wanting that. So it does make sense to me how many people actually love full art lands over the foils. No wonder. Stunning Big Enough is actually a good card. Demonic Ruckus. Duelist of the Mind. Ooh, and Cruel Ultimatum. Fun. Oh, there's a foil. I will always look at foil lands, just like I had mentioned. Those are what I throw into my decks as like gold. I've come to realize I'm only going to pull out of each box usually. I'm lucky if I can pull up to 5 foil lands. I've been pulling maybe 2 to 3 max lately, which kind of sucks. So I will probably be one of those that switches over to just the full art lands soon. I do love Return the Favor, so I do always look for those. I think that's a great one. Okay, solid Legion. Solid. Vanishing Verse. Dude, to pull this out of one pack, I mean, I get it, like not huge dollars. This is decent. But I mean, it makes you smile when you pull a pack like that, you know? Versus now, where if you get like 2 mythics and rares, you're like, oh my god, this is such a loaded pack. Dude, they used to get 4. That is one of the things I will say that you can kind of tell how Magic is going downhill a little bit. Even the feel of these cards do feel so much better than what some of the newer ones do. Void Slammer. Oh my god. I love it. The one thing is that these cards just seem to last forever opening up. Like this is when a box was like worth it. I really don't think boxes are nearly as worth it as they were. That's why when I kind of got back into this, I was so excited and ripping boxes and having fun with it, and then all of a sudden I just realized that they started cheapening them all down again. It was like, damn it. First Restoration, Art Signature. Tell how thick that feels. Anglebiter's not. It's funny how if you just have a card with Death Touch on how that can so easily change things in a game so fast, just in the very beginning, your strategy. Oh, nice. All right. Clear shot. Ooh, I haven't seen one of these in a little bit. Oh, there we go. That's got a Goblin, a Gorgon Assassin. This is a good card. I actually enjoy this card. You run her as a commander even. Fling is another great card. I love Fling. I don't know how many people out there use Fling. I think Fling is definitely a decent card. Jumbo Cactar and Fling. The funny thing is if you got into this with Final Fantasy and you remember all the ambassadors talking about Jumbo Cactar and how this is going to like it needs to be a game changer, and I have literally never played against somebody who uses Jumbo Cactar. But yeah, it was like such a hype card in the beginning. Shoot the Sheriff again, man. Breaches. Journey to Nowhere. Dude, look how, dude, there's a lot of packs in here still. I'll bust through like a pack of like, or a box of like Avatar in like 15, 20 minutes. And this thing is like a half hour. It's amazing how just the 6 packs make a difference. And again, please remember, these are not investments. Don't look at these as investments as I get a bill. These are not investments. This is not a normal box. This is open boxes and stuff for fun. You don't be trying this to try and make necessarily your money back. Food and ionized, not a bad pack. I have a lot of Billies. I really want, like, I'll never turn down a Billy. I love you, Billy, but would really love a Twin Peaks Terror. But it is funny where people get really upset because they don't pull their money back, and that's what I always say. Like, it's fun to open boxes. Is a great card, good commander right here. It's always fun to open boxes, but only open boxes if you have the disposable income for the boxes. Like myself, I do pay for each of these boxes out of the bank account of Eric Zink. I am not gifted any boxes or anything like that. I buy these. And that's why I look for the best deals out there, and I try to tell you where the best deals are. I also will tell you, I'm a big fan of eBay. I think eBay is the best free market right now for these. In general, just you have to do your research though on the buyers. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. I'm happy with the price. That's a good card. Not too shabby. Dude, there are 4 deep left. Oh, that's 12 packs still. This is sick. Dude, like, remember the good old days of all these packs that you would get? So, the one thing I haven't seen right now, though, is a Return the Favor. Return the Favor is an awesome card. It did just kind of recently reprint it. Forsaken Miner is a great card, too. Originally, I was like resistant to the Western theme, but I will say now I kind of almost like miss the Western theme. Oh, Mind Break Trap. It's still a good card though. That's a pretty good card. Not bad. All right. Love the spray. Okay. Oh, Slingback Terror. Not quite the one. Close. Oh. It is eluding me very well. All right, how many we got? So we have 9 packs left. Let's see what we get out of these last 9 packs. How many mythics and rares do you think we're going to get out of this box? Is Outlaw of Thunder Junction going to send us off on a nice farewell and thanks for playing, or are we going to be going, dang it, didn't get it? Oh, this is a sick zombie card, actually. This card right here. So I don't have this one. This one I just got now in this art. But whenever you cast a spell during your other turn, or then your first spell, 2/2 blue and black zombie rogue creature token. Whenever a zombie enters the battlefield under your control, +1/+1. This is a sick commander zombie card. Whether that's your commander or if it's just even in your 99. That I'm pretty stoked about. I forgot about that. I have it in the wanted poster, but I didn't have it in the normal card. Sick card. That's a sick pull. Awesome. Punisher. Ooh, Lotus Ring. Got another one. I had a Lotus Ring in my last box. It was the first time I ever actually pulled the Lotus Ring. Yep, 6 left, so this is 7. So this is what we would have normally pulled. You know what, let's find out what the 30 is. Let's see. I'm going to do 2 different piles. Because I love, this is the way that I remind myself, and I stop the FOMO. I'm reminding myself how badly we get fucked by Wizards of the Coast. High Noon again, great card. Surgical Extraction, yeah. Is by how much they have cut back on some of the good stuff that we can pull. So these are my bonus packs now, because that would have been the 30 of a normal pack. Form of Ozzy. Oh, Magna. Bad Devil. All right, we're going to set these aside. Let's see. Let's see how bad Wizards of the Coast fucks us. Not the greatest of boxes. I mean, I do have 5 packs essentially left, but still a fun box. Like, again, I don't really pull this for the value. I pull it for the fun and the playability of the cards. And this is why I want to share this is a reminder, like box-wise, value-wise, like you probably didn't make money back. I mean, there are some chances still, but I doubt it. I mean, it becomes less and less of actually getting our money's worth out of a box. But was I pleased that I got this? Yes. Yes, I was. And I got a Billy. I got a Billy. Who doesn't love Billy? Okay. Metamorphic Blast, full steam ahead. Boom. 3 steps ahead. Nice. Such a solid card. I just pulled one of these in the last box, and this is way better than even a Billy. This is a must in any of your dinosaur decks. Solid card. What do we get underneath it? Back for more. Still super, super solid. So I will say, not a bad box now at all. And we still have 3 more packs. Did you guess yet how many mythics and rares there are? How many mythics and rares did we pull? Come on, Twin Peaks. Boombox. Sacrifice Boombox. Destroy 1 target artifact. 1 target creature and up to 1 target land. Great Train Heist. Not a bad card. Full Art Plains. All right, only 2 more packs to pull a Twin Peaks. It's amazing out of all these boxes I've ripped that so far I've only ever pulled 1 Twin Peaks Terror. I have pulled tons of Billies. All right. Blood Hustle. Mention. Claim Jumper. Murder, always a good card. Murder's always a good card. All right, final pack. Been a fun set. Kind of sad to open it up and be like, I'm probably not going to buy another box of you guys for a very long time, if again. Always loved Djinns. I wanted to always do a Djinn deck. Zombie Horror. When you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1/+1. That's pretty strong. Whenever you cast your second turn spell, +1/+1, and you draw a card, that's not bad. I mean, it's flying 2/3. Oh, there it is. Return the Favor. This card used to be like a couple dollar card until they just now reprinted it. But I do love Return the Favor. I think this is just as good. I think this is a better value price card than like Deflecting Swap personally. All right, here we are. Great Train Heist. Now it feels full, so I think I'm going to get one more rare or what have you. Let's see what it is. Yeah, Tiny Bones joins up. And hey, still not bad. Still not bad. That was a lot of fun. All right, let's see how many mythics and rares we ended up getting out of this. So, out of just the 30 packs, let's see what we get. This was a fun box. How many do you think there is? Comment down below. I'll try not to count out loud. $53 out of 30 packs. That's solid. 53. Then what do we get out of those final 6 packs? Nine. 62 mythics and rares. That's awesome. And this is why it was such a fun set. This is why it was so much fun to open. The funny part is only one foil land. If you like content like this, like and follow. I will be having 2 more boxes coming up this month. It's going to be Assassin's Creed and Modern Horizons 3. And then for the next month, I'm planning on doing maybe another Forgotten Realms, one of the others, along with Modern Horizons 2. So I appreciate you guys. I'll do a follow-up video on this, show you the top 5 pulls and the value cards in this and what they're going to go into. And like always, I appreciate you. Stay sober and keep living your dream.